Good afternoon and welcome here to Guiseley AFC Radio. Flying solo this afternoon thanks to the technological restrictions that we've got here today, but hopefully coming through loud and clear. Your feedback, as ever, absolutely critical to ensuring that everything's technically working as it should be. Tweet us at Guiseley Radio, which is at Guiseley Radio, via Twitter for any feedback you can provide throughout the game. It would be hugely appreciated this afternoon. We're here at the New Windmill, where Leamington take on the Lions in the opening game of the new Vanarama Conference North. And we're very much looking forward to seeing how Guiseley will respond to the disappointment of last season, where we lost out at the very last moment thanks to a cruel late goal in the playoff final, where Altrincham eventually won through with a fine 2-1 victory from their point of view, and a very disappointing defeat for us. Let's go through the team news then. First of all, for Leamington, in goal Neil Collett, 2 James Mace, 3 Stephen Morley, 4 Joe Magunda, 5 Stuart Pierpoint, 6 Jamie Tank, 7 Aaron Wint, 8 Jordan Goddard, 9 Stephen Moore, 10 Lee Chilton and 11 Danny Newton, and the bench includes Richard Batchelor, Lee Moore, Matt Dodd, Jack Edwards and Luke Connolly. For the Lions, a few change rounds enforced on them due to the difficult circumstances that happened at Farsi, in which we lost both Danny Lowe and Danny Hall. The 2 players succumbed to injury just ahead of the new Conference North season, and so Alex McQuaid is going to be making his debut this afternoon, drafted in from a youth player from Bolton Wanderers, to join Danny Ellis, who hasn't yet played a part in the pre-season training. So Stephen Drench will be in goal, Andy Holdsworth as captain, number 2, 3 Alex McQuaid, 4 Ben Parker, 5 Danny Ellis, 6 Jake Lawler, 7 Ollie Johnson, 8 Danny Moshall, 9 Adam Boys, 10 Danny Forrest and 11 Gavin Rothery. And then on the bench, Ryan Toulson, the new signing, Wayne Brooksby, Jack Stockdale also is on the bench, Nicky Boschel as well, returning to the club this season, and Stephen Dickinson, the substitute goalkeeper. So we have 2 teams out on the field, and we are away. Guiseley playing with their white shirts, dark blue shorts and blue socks as ever, shooting from left to right as we watch this game from the main stand here at Leamington. Leamington in gold shirts, black shorts and gold socks. The ball already dead because there's a free kick to Guiseley, a offside decision against the Breaks. Stephen Drench, some 10-15 yards outside of his area, gets ready to launch this one long up towards Ollie Johnson, who flicks the ball on, and it's well cleared by the captain Stephen Morley. And all the way back here for Ben Parker to lay the ball back to Stephen Drench, who lofts one long. A tough encounter ahead of us here at the New Windmill, and games that the Lions played last season, very, very tight between these two sides. 3-2 to Guiseley when they visited here last October, and 2-1 at home, but on neither occasion were they runaway victories. A throw in for Leamington on the far side, taken by James Mace. The fullback sends it downfield towards Alex McQuaid, who gets a good header to clear, but again the Breaks attack, and the ball breaks down on the edge of the 18-yard box and is cleared by Ollie Johnson, high up towards Adam Boys, but still only on the edge of the centre circle inside the Leamington half. Taken down, cool foot from Gavin Rothery, laid out here to Danny Forrest on the left flank. He's dispossessed by Mace. Mace sends a long one forward, looking for Stephen Moore, who returned from Brackley for Leamington during the close season. And now Guiseley defending on the halfway line well, but lose possession here rather tamely, giving Danny Newton a chance to run. He skips past Danny Ellis, lays the ball left to Moore on the edge of the area, takes a shot, well saved by Stephen Drench. A follow-up comes in, blasts into the body of Danny Boschel. There's a shout for handball, and eventually Guiseley get the play away, but still Leamington come forward, having started brightly. Jake Lawler breaking up one movement, and then eventually an overhit ball forward goes behind for a goal kick. But a very good moment there for the home side, and the chance there for Leamington to break down Guiseley in the very early stages of this game. If you're just joining us, it is 0-0 here on Guiseley AFC Radio between Leamington and Guiseley, the opening match of the Vanarama Conference North. As we get used to the new sponsor. The Lions at the moment, though, have had a bit of a harum-scarum moment, defending well against what was a very tricky attack and a good move from the breaks. So hopefully we're coming through loud and clear. Don't forget your feedback, absolutely vital to us here on Guiseley AFC Radio. If we've got any problems with our broadcast, your feedback is very helpful to helping us be assured that we're on top of it. But as it stands, Leamington now move down this right-hand side as they come through. Tackled well with Jake Lawler heading clear up to the halfway line, picked up here by James Mace. Mace throws it forward, flicked on by Aaron Vint. Eventually Danny Boschel steps across and clears. Most of the play, though, at the moment taking place in Guiseley's half. Picked up now by Danny Forrest, still in his own half. Switches play well to the right-hand side. Picked up here by Andy Holdsworth. Holdsworth 1-2 with Ollie Johnson. Dispossessed, but Jake Lawler tidies it up and gives it out to Ollie Johnson again. He's picked off well by the Leamington defence, and then a long one forward. Danny Ellis just caught napping as Stephen Moore goes in behind him, plays the ball in here to Chilton. Lee Chilton out by the byline, has options in the box, and in the end scuffs his lines and plays a poor ball backwards. Picked up though by Danny Boschel, and now Guiseley can counter-attack. Boschel into the feet of Boys. Boys back to goal, lays it into the feet of Danny Forrest, still some 25 yards from goal. Laid out wide here, big chase for Ollie Johnson to keep this one in touch, and he can't make that one. And in the end it's gone behind for a goals kick. Just a promising move that breaks down for Guiseley. 0-0 still. 5 minutes into this game. Best chance already fallen to Leamington. A drive from Stephen Moore. Had to be well saved by Stephen Drench. And it has to be fair said that all's told that the Lions are currently having to do most of the defending in this opening period. The clearance up to the halfway line, taken down well by Danny Forrest. Forrest flicks it on into the feet of Ollie Johnson. Good work there from Jamie Tank, gets the ball away. Thanks to those who've been tweeting just to let us know that we're coming through loud and clear. Thanks Richard Field and Rob Hall. Great to know you're on board and listening. Do let me know if anything goes amiss as we go through this broadcast. The ball now in the Guiseley have got a chance of in the penalty area. I looked down at the wrong moment because Ollie Johnson managed to get himself free. He took a sort of half chance. It was well saved though by Neil Collett. He's forced over, and it's the first corner of the game, and it's to Guiseley. It's a real multitasking effort from me at the moment, so I almost missed that. But Guiseley with a corner now on the left-hand side. Andy Holdsworth to take this. Guiseley have 4 or 5 white shirts in around the box, including Jake Lawler. Ben Parker's up and Danny Ellis. The ball goes in towards the back post. Ellis almost gets on the end of it. Does indeed get a touch on the ball. Can't direct the header, and it's behind for a goal kick. A bright moment there for the Lions, who almost broke the deadlock. With Ollie Johnson getting free into the area and having a shot that's just palmed over by the goalkeeper today, Neil Collett, for Leamington. So 1 each on chances, 0-0 on goals. 7 minutes into this game. Lions and Leamington deadlocked. Long ball forward has to be firmly headed away by McQuaid. The new man settling in well in the opening instances and keeping busy, playing at left back with Ben Parker moving infield into a back four where a defensive partnership is restored with Danny Ellis, and Andy Holdsworth out on the right hand side, that back four. Jake Lawler and Danny Boschel currently in the holding midfield roles. Ollie Johnson out on the right hand side, Gavin Rothery in the middle of the three in the 4-2-3-1, Danny Forrest on the left, and Adam Boyes playing the sole man up front. Guiseley have a throw taken by Andy Holdsworth, played forward up towards the edge of the centre circle. Danny Forrest is bundled over. Referee today, Mr. Michael Daguilar, feels that that's a foul on Forrest, and Guiseley have a free kick inside the centre circle. As they line up, Danny Boschel plays a ball nicely through towards Adam Boyes on the edge of the area, almost got past his man, holds on to the possession, gives it to Ollie Johnson. Johnson gets a effort driven in on goal, but it's taken a deflection and just gone over. But it will be another Guiseley corner. That was a bright bit of play there from Danny Boschel. Picked out Adam Boyes on the edge of the area. Now both players alive to the opportunity that a quickly taken free kick presented, and now the Lions have a corner, this time from the right hand side, and about to be drifted in eventually when the ball is returned. Andy Holdsworth stands over, the ball just having to be passed across field, and Holdsworth steps up to take this one. Guiseley with four players on the edge of the 18-yard box this time, played in up towards Jake Lawler, nobody gets on the end of it. Danny Ellis goes in for a header with three defenders, can't win that one, and the ball goes forward, but McQuaid steps across to hoof it into touch, and Guiseley for the moment have managed to not capitalise on either corner, and Leamington have a throw-in inside their own half. Ten minutes in, still goalless here. McQuaid into the challenge with Aaron Wint, makes the tackle but concedes the throw, level with the centre circle inside the Guiseley half. On the right hand side it's flicked in towards Danny Newton, eventually it's cleared, picked up by Adam Boyes, but he can't hold on to it. Again Leamington come forward, Rothery and Forrest trying to hold on to the ball inside their own half. In the end it's knocked out for a Guiseley throw. Bright start to this game, two good chances, one for both sides, two good saves from the keeper, no goals as yet. Leamington with the throw just on the halfway line on the right hand side as they attack the Guiseley goal, flicked on by Stephen Moore, headed away by Danny Ellis. Good touch again by Moore, almost feeding the ball through to Danny Newton. Guiseley get a foot through that though, and it's out for a throw-in. Picked up here by Stephen Morley. Morley plays it forward, cut out well by Jake Lawler, and he lays it back to Stephen Drench. Drench looks for options ahead of him, and lofts one forward, looking for Adam Boyes to get on the end of it. It's always going to be a big ask. Pierpoint it was with the header away. Ball forward now from McQuaid into the feet of Forrest. Good touch here from Boyes into the feet now of Gavin Rothery. Has a run at the back four, skips past one, players crowd around him, still manages to work the ball through, but in the end the referee waves away a bit of an appeal, half-hearted appeal really, for a foul, but great skills from Gavin Rothery to get into the area. In the end I think actually Adam Boyes was offside, and it wouldn't have counted anyway, and the referee allows the play to continue because the ball's in the hands of Neil Collett, the Leamington goalkeeper. A long clearance is nodded out into touch. And it's a throw-in for Leamington. 12 minutes gone here. And Guiseley currently 0-0 here. Still defending in their own half. Try and keep you up to date with the scores elsewhere in the Conference North. No goals as yet. Perhaps Guiseley could begin to make a difference to that. Now the ball with Gavin Rothery. Out wide here to Danny Boschel. Boschel plays it out to Andy Holdsworth, who's come forward. Boschel collects it back. Back to Holdsworth. Holdsworth into the feet of Ollie Johnson. Ollie Johnson skips past Morley. He's tackled though, and it's out for a throw-in on the far side. On the right-hand side as Guiseley attack this Leamington goal. Now a good little bit of trickery here from Ollie Johnson. Into Adam Boys. Boys clean through on goal. The goalkeeper Neil Collett out very bravely at his feet and very swiftly to close down the opportunity. But Guiseley close to making the breakthrough there. A great save from Collett, and in the end the throw-in is wasted, and now Guiseley have to defend. Stephen Moore has played a lovely touch into Danny Newton. Leamington come down this left-hand side with some conviction. Newton plays the ball in field, gets the ball through to Moore, who plays it into the feet of Lee Chilton, who drives it goal-bound. A great save from Stephen Drench once again. And now Leamington, who still have possession inside Guiseley's half, right down by the corner flag on the left-hand side, eventually concede to Ben Parker, who does well to defend that. Can look to two chances they've had themselves, and Guiseley equally have had two good chances in this game. Well, it's been a very entertaining first 15 minutes or so. Danny Forrest now, 4 Guiseley inside their own half, gets the ball up to the halfway line, and in the end Guiseley earn a throw-in. Great work there from Adam Boys to just pull off his man and get the ball from Ollie Johnson. Clean through there, but a great save from Neil Collett. And likewise at the other end, a good save from Steve Drench and Stephen Moore at the heart of things. With just such intelligent little layoffs into both Lee Chilton and Danny Newton. Chilton it was who had the drive on that occasion, couldn't convert. And a great save again from Stephen Drench, but a very open and entertaining game. And the ball with Stephen Drench inside his own 18-yard box. Lofts this one forward. Plays it up towards Adam Boys, but it's cut out and won by Jordan Goddard. Goddard lays it forward, picked up here by Danny Ellis. Ellis plays a good ball into the feet of Gavin Rothery. It's well marked by Joe Magunda, as he can't make any headway, and in the end there's a good ball winning tackle comes in from Jordan Goddard, and they come forward, but good tackle again from Dade. Now the ball through now for Adam Boys, and on the break McQuaid, who'd put that challenge in, eventually found the ball forward. And Adam Boys it was who was clear of back four just for a moment, just couldn't loft the ball over the goalkeeper. It was a little bit misdirected as an effort. But Boys looking busy all the time up front, looking to chase down the fullback now, and wins the throw-in off the fullback, James Mace. Boys doing really well. Now the ball into the feet of Gavin Rothery, and then Danny Forrest and Rothery can't quite get their lines right, but Ollie Johnson still picks up possession, goes down towards the byline, tries to get the cross, well blocked by Morley. Morley and Newton combine well to clear, up towards Stephen Moore. He's the danger man, there's no question about it. And he plays a good ball to the right hand side, after really taking out two Guiseley players out to the game with good possession of play. Now plays a lovely ball to the other side where I think Chilton's going to get it, and eventually it was a pass back that is played to Stephen Drench. He launches it up to the halfway line. Danny Forrest takes over and lays it left here to the feet of McQuaid. Boschel now finds Ollie Johnson just inside the centre circle. Boschel again dictating play for Guiseley. Poor ball there from Boys to Holdsworth. And Boys looks at Holdsworth and says, "Why weren't you where I thought you were going to be?" And In the end, it's gone out for another throw-in. It's time for Leamington. 0-0 here at Leamington between the Lions and the Brakes. 2 chances at both ends thus far. And no reported goals according to the site we're using for the score updates in any of the Conference North games, which seems a little bit surprising. 18 minutes in. But there we are. The guys have just got a free kick inside their own right back position. Stephen Drench has taken his time to place it. It's quite breezy around here today. It's a fair breeze blowing from right to left, but certainly not a strong wind. A warm day, as you might imagine. The sun has been blaring down, which will make it difficult for the players. A rather difficult ball played back by Morley for the goalkeeper Collett to deal with. His clearance finds Gavin Rothery. Now Ollie Johnson tries to win it. It's clipped by Morley. Looks like there's a fair shout for a free kick, but the referee disagrees. Ball goes out for a throw-in. And now from left back, the captain Morley plays a long one up to Moore. Picked up now by Newton. Newton switches play, tries to pick out Aaron Wint, but he's not going to be able to get on to the end of that. It's overhit, and it'll be a Guiseley throw, much to the groans of the home fans. 0-0 still. 2 chances apiece for both these sides, of real note. Both can feel that they might have opened the deadlock. And both have had to rely on the goalkeepers pulling off good saves. Danny Forrest now with the ball, plays it square to Ollie Johnson. Ollie Johnson's got Gavin Rothery running on the left hand side of him, gives it to Jake Lawler, and Jake Lawler's closed down by Chilton, and now Guiseley have to defend because Stephen Moore's got the ball inside the Lions half, runs at the back 4, plays a lovely ball out here to Chilton on the left flank. Chilton plays a good one across the face of the 6-yard box, and Stephen Moore was not far away from making connection with that, and had he got his head to it, it would almost certainly have been a goal because it was at very close range. In the end, it's just gone past the former Villa man and out into touch for a goal kick. But Guiseley came very close to being undone now, thanks to more excellent work from Stephen Moore and more excellent work again from Chilton, who's had a couple of chances, and this Leamington attack does look very bright and very sharp coming forward. Of course, Guiseley themselves had to rejig their defence thanks to those 2 injuries against Farsley last weekend to Danny Hall and Danny Lowe. Danny Lowe particularly impressed throughout the pre-season friendlies I'd seen. Danny Hall, as ever, really good solid defender, and be a sore loss in this 3 months out. The throw comes in towards the edge of the 18-yard box again as Guiseley have to defend. Ben Parker sneaks the ball away from Chilton this time and feeds the ball out to the right hand side. Ollie Johnson deep in his own half, plays it long, looking to get Adam Boyes released, and Boyes watches the flight of that ball really well, and then although he couldn't quite take the ball under control, he still caused Pierpoint some sort of panic, and Pierpoint knew quite where Adam Boyes was, and played the ball away from the goalkeeper. In the end, it's come to nothing. Now Guiseley have just conceded a free kick just on the halfway line. 0-0 here between the Lions and Leamington. Leamington now with a free kick right in the halfway line, and they're looking to play this long because they've got 4 players on the edge of the 18-yard box. Looking for their options here, perhaps going towards the far post. It's drifted in by Stephen Morley up towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and Guiseley still can't get the ball away. It's headed up towards the edge of the 18-yard box, picked up again here by Morley. He's got 3 players to aim for, tackled well by Ollie Johnson, right in the midriff, shall we say, and it's another throw that results for Leamington, who have a chance to play this one in. Picked up now by Morley again, who's been at the heart of a lot down this left-hand side. 2 players on the ground. No free kick to be awarded, says the referee, and Danny Boschel comes away with it. And then Andy Holdsworth sends it long. Jamie Tank, centre half, collects it. Deep inside Leamington's half. And again it's going to go long. There's 3 players all looking to work this Guiseley defence. A good long ball from Tank on towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Stephen Drench fumbles. The shot comes in there from Newton, and it takes an acrobatic sort of leap on the turn from Danny Ellis just to make sure that ball doesn't go into the back of the net, because he had to be there just to turn it round. And it's going to be a corner kick to Leamington. I think that's their first of the game. Leamington now with a corner from the right hand side as they attack this Guiseley goal. Chance just to drift this ball in. They've got 4 or 5 players in on the edge of the penalty spot, looking to get on the end of this. The ball comes in, drifted up towards Tank. A good header comes in. I think it was Jake Lawler who got enough on it to take it away from the 3 Leamington players all around there, and eventually Ben Parker just allows the man to come onto him, blast the ball against him, and gets the goal kick. Goalless here, but a goal for the new boys, Lowestoft Town, leading Chorley by 1-0, and Oxford City, who are beating Hyde FC by 1-0. So 2 goals in the Conference North already. No goals elsewhere. Bit of a mouth-watering tie as well between Boston United and Barrow. Of course, both teams expected to press for promotion. A long ball just coming forward down this right-hand side once again. Stephen Moore trying to get it under control, but it bounced awkwardly and has gone behind for a goal kick. .24 minutes gone. 0-0 here at the new windmill. Guiseley have had to live on the nerves on 3 occasions, really. 3 good chances to Leamington. 2 good saves from Stephen Drench. Didn't do so well with claiming the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box from a long ball forward from Jamie Tank under the challenger Danny Newton, and had to rely on Danny Ellis to clear off the line a few moments ago. At the other end, good chances for Ollie Johnson and Adam Boys for forced Neil Collett, the Leamington goalkeeper, into 2 fine saves. No goals, plenty of entertainment so far. Header away from Danny Ellis, and Gavin Rothery takes over on the halfway line. Ball to Adam Boys. He's asking a lot of Ollie Johnson, too much, and it's gone out for a throw-in to Leamington inside the Guiseley half. And this time Stephen Morley will take. Plays the ball into the feet of Jordan Goddard. Morley onto the right hand side, taken down well here by Stephen Moore. Now flicked over to the right here where James Mace comes forward, the fullback for Leamington, gets the ball into the area. He's got 3 to aim for. Moore perhaps not the best position to go for that one. He had 2 players behind him, and in the end flicked it away from them. And Leamington now, as they look to counter-attack, blocked by Ollie Johnson. But Stephen Morley takes over once again, plays a lovely ball into the area, but in the end Newton was offside. And Stephen Drench collects nonetheless and plays the ball into the feet of Alex McQuaid. McQuaid and Ben Parker just knocking the ball in the back 4. Gives the ball to Danny Ellis. Andy Holdsworth finds Ollie Johnson. Ollie Johnson has a run at Morley on the right hand side. Still some distance from goal, but good skills from Ollie Johnson and good work from Morley in the end just to take the ball away from him. Guiseley had pressed well, but also well shepherded away from the Leamington captain. Good ball forward here, but Lee Chilton just moved marginally too quick. Guiseley held a good back line there and have earned a free kick for their efforts. 27 minutes gone. 0-0 if you're just joining us. Thank you for your feedback. Hopefully we'll still come through loud and clear. The Lions 0-0 against the Brakes. Just 2 of the goals in the Conference North at the moment. That one at Lowestoft, well, between Chorley and Lowestoft, that has gone to the visitors, Lowestoft. And Oxford City leading Hyde by 1-0. Stephen Trench takes the free kick deep in his own half, plays it long, looking to get on the end of, or looking for 1 or 2 of the front men to get on the end of it, but just a bit too long. And the ball goes all the way through to Neil Collett. Collett clears, headed on by McQuaid. He's done well early doors in this game, been a tough test for both defences. Danny Ellis now takes the ball from Stephen Drench, steps forward, gives it to the feet of Andy Holdsworth. Holdsworth up now towards Adam Boyce, taken down now, and then played forward by Ollie Johnson before being intercepted and cleared, but hugely disappointing ball from Magunda. Gives Guiseley the possession back. Ben Parker now steps up over towards the halfway line, lays it left. McQuaid feeds the ball through to Gavin Rothery, but Rothery's dispossessed by Jamie Tank. Still Leamington and Guiseley both scrapping away for that ball, and Rothery's just been a little late on the challenge with Wint. And in the end the ball is out for a free kick for Leamington inside their own half, back level with the centre circle out on the far right hand side. And Leamington have 2 or 3 players lining up towards the edge of the 18-yard box, looking to get on the end of it. It's a good long ball up there. Again looking for Danny Newton. A few times they've tried to play long balls, direct football to get onto the edge of the 18-yard box, and it's been effective. It's almost perfectly effective when the ball was played up towards Danny Newton. Stephen Drench off his line a little while ago, fumbled, and Newton sent the ball goal bound, but Danny Ellis was on the line and had enough of a touch just to force it round the upright. 2 of the chances to Guiseley at the other end, and 2 of the chances to Leamington, all of which have forced the 2 goalkeepers into good saves. Game just losing a little bit of that early pace that it had. Goalless at the moment. Danny Forrest now takes over inside his own half, tries to skip past a couple of players, plays the ball into Adam Boyes, and now finds Gavin Rothery. Rothery into the feet of Andy Holdsworth. Holdsworth finds Danny Boschel. Boschel sends one long, looking for Adam Boyes to get on the end, but it's just beyond him. Neil Collett swiftly off his line, the Leamington goalkeeper, to claim that ball well. There was a flurry of goals in the last game that we played here, which is, I think, our first game we'd ever played here. I think Leamington scored first from memory, and Guiseley came back to lead 2-1 within 20 minutes or so. Eventually winning 3-2 on the day. Here the Lions are locked 0-0 with Leamington. Stephen Drench now with the ball at his feet, sends it up towards Adam Boyes. Boyes now with the ball at his feet, lays it into the feet of Ollie Johnson. Johnson finds Andy Holdsworth, roaming forward from full-back, gets the cross in, looks for Adam Boyes, just taken away from him on the edge of the 6-yard box. Good defending. I think it was Tank who got the important header. Guiseley had produced a good swift move down that right flank, and Adam Boyes again lurking on the edge of the 6-yard box, looking to get onto the end of anything. Clearance now from Danny Newton deep in his own half. A little bit of a respite for Guiseley really, because Leamington, certainly on the balance of play, have been more in the Lions half than we have theirs. Danny Ellis now sends it forward towards Adam Boyes, headed clear, and Jake Lawler's going to be pulled up for what looks like a push on Joe Magunda, much to the displeasure of the Guiseley fans away to our right, who were in the covered stand here at the new windmill behind the goal. Home fans currently basking in the sunshine behind Stephen Drench's goal. 32 minutes gone. Still scoreless. Free kick to Leamington deep in their own half. And headed away for another throw-in on the halfway line. Another goal in the Conference North. It's Stalybridge who've taken the lead at Worcester. Worcester City 0, Stalybridge 1. Everything else 0-0 except for Oxford City, who are leading Hyde 1-0. And Lowestoft leading Chorley by a goal to 0. Throw-in's just been given to Leamington, much to the disagreement of the Guiseley players on the pitch, but throw it is, which is about 5 yards up from the edge of the 18-yard box on the right-hand side. It's taken long, launched into the penalty area, flicked on by McQuaid into the body of Magunda, who can't get this one under control, but still does well to take the ball back and get a shot away with the left foot. Takes a deflection which takes it over the bar, and it'll be another Leamington corner, this time on the left-hand side, as they attack the Guiseley goal. Nil-nil, but Leamington have a corner. They'll get ready to float this one in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Headed goal bound, just over, but a real acrobatic diving header there from the Leamington man. The ball was sort of going behind him when he stretched back to get the head on the ball. Couldn't keep it under. It was Danny Newton who did well to get connection to the ball, but just couldn't keep it under the bar. Just over. And another warning shot for the Lions. 0-0, but Leamington have had plenty of threat, plenty of promise in this first 45 minutes, or 34 minutes rather, that we've had so far. Guys, you've had one or two chances of their own. Leamington certainly growing more into the game than the Guiseley 11 are at the moment. Throw though, for Guiseley inside the Leamington half, level with the centre circle on the left-hand side. Quaid looking for options, sends a long one down, and then is adjudged to have produced a foul throw, which you don't see too many of. That's a rather cheap thing to give away. Matt Bauer just flicks the ball back to the Leamington players. Got a good bench this afternoon. Ryan Toulson, Wayne Brooksby not starting, Jack Stockdale and Nicky Boschel. It's quite a few options, and perhaps a surprise. I don't know if there is a knock to Wayne Brooksby. Various technical issues. I didn't get a chance to look into this before the game. Long clearance from Stephen Drench, and it's headed away to give Guiseley a throw on the halfway line. Andy Holdsworth. He will take. And eventually gives it short to Gavin Rothery. Pressure from Magunda. The ball goes up and towards the back line, where it's headed away by Tank. Now Andy Holdsworth on the ball, into the feet of Gavin Rothery. Rothery and Holdsworth combine, but are blocked by Newton, who's working hard down that right flank for the home side. Up and down the pitch. Pierpoint in the end lays it back to the goalkeeper. Leamington hold on to the ball. The clearance from Collett finds Ben Parker, and then Jake Lawler sends it long and, well, somewhat aimless really. And in the end it's back with the Leamington goalkeeper, who sends it long up towards Newton. Good tackle comes in here from Danny Ellis and Jake Lawler. Take the ball away. Danny Boschel upfield towards Ollie Johnson. Ollie Johnson sends it into the feet of Danny Boschel, who sends a good ball forward. Headed away, but now picked up by Gavin Rothery. Out to the left-hand side. Danny Forrest. Two players around him. Goes back. Gives it to McQuaid. And then Gavin Rothery collects. Out on the left-hand side. Some distance from goal at the moment. And then the offside flag goes up. That's very frustrating to see that Danny Forrest getting offside over on that far side. That's an opportunity to apply some pressure on that Leamington back line, but to be caught out so cheaply will frustrate Matt Bauer, I am sure. And it's it's going to be a free kick for Leamington, which they'll take deep in their own half. 0-0 as it stands. 37 minutes into this first half. Better of the chances have gone to the home side. Guys who've had a couple themselves have been reliant on Danny Ellis clearing off the line, and 2 good saves from Stephen Drench. We've also had chances that Adam Boys and Ollie Johnson have had that have produced or forced Neil Collett into making 2 fine saves. Andy Boschel flicks the ball on. Tank clears up towards the Guiseley goalkeeper, Stephen Drench, who takes it down into his arms and then launches it forward up towards Adam Boys. Boys can't win the header. Won again by Danny Ellis. He sends it up towards Adam Boys. Good touch from Boys. Takes the ball into the feet, gets the ball back, goes into the area. Good tackle comes across on him by Pierpoint, and eventually it's cleared. But again, lively attacking play from Adam Boyd, looking to create the opportunities and make the runs to unpick this Leamington defence. Really to any great effect so far though in this first half. Leamington now have a throw inside the Guiseley half, level with the centre circle on the right hand side. Flicked on by Moore. Hoofed away by Jake Lawler right into the air. Bounces awkwardly. Eventually Danny Boschel wins possession. Gives it to Ollie Johnson. Ball up towards Gavin Rothery. Magunda swiftly takes it back to the goalkeeper. Boys doesn't give him an inch. Chases him down. But Collett's cool enough to play it outfield towards Tank. But he's furious with himself because his ball forward is wayward and it's gone out for a throw into the Lions. Inside their own half, in right back position. So Andy Holdsworth takes it, gives it to Gavin Rothery. 2 players around him, plays it nicely into the feet of Jake Lawler though. Still inside their own half. Lawler and Boschel exchange passes. Lawler lays it into the feet of Gavin Rothery. Rothery with 2 players on him. Tries to thread the ball through to Ollie Johnson. Can't do so. The clearance finds Stephen Moore with a good header into Chilton. And now Jordan Goddard gets a touch before Guiseley dispossess him and play the ball through with Danny Forrest finding Adam Boys out onto the left hand side. Boys plays it back infield here to Jake Lawler. Lawler takes a shot from distance that actually forces the goalkeeper into a save at his post. It didn't look like the most effective use of the ball actually when Jake Lawler lined up to take that shot, but it was a good drive. Now Guiseley have the ball with Boschel into the area, finds Ollie Johnson. Johnson gets a shot away. 3 or 4 players crowd round him, block the shot, and it's gone behind for another corner. "41 minutes gone in this first half. Guiseley with a corner now. Having been a little bit backs against the wall, they're now coming forward with a bit of conviction. The corner swiftly put out of play though by Andy Holdsworth. Overhit, curling towards the back post, but Danny Ellis and Ben Parker, who were waiting at that back post, had no chance of getting on the end of that one. And so a goal kick. With 4 minutes to go to the break. A couple of other goals have gone in the Conference North. Worcester have equalised against Stalybridge, 1 each there. Worcester 1, Stalybridge 1. And Gloucester City have taken the lead against our rivals Bradford Park Avenue. Gloucester 1, Avenue 0. That's showing 41 minutes gone, as it is here. Headed out of play now by Jake Lawler. And, claimed by someone in the stand well. Just a bit of local applause here. Leamington on the attack once again. They've got a throw, which Morley takes and finds Newton. Guys, he tidy things up, and Ollie Johnson now inside his own half, looks for options to counter-attack, plays a loose ball into Wind, and then James Mace returns the favour, plays a rather tame ball out of play, and Guiseley pick it up. It started at quite a pace this game, but it's tapered out a bit. Stephen Moore now trying to work his way through the Guiseley backline. Danny Ellis into the chest of Ollie Johnson inside his own half, just comes over the halfway line, plays it up towards Adam Boyes. Boyes gets one touch on it but can't get the second, and it's played all the way back to goalkeeper Collett. Nil-nil. Guiseley just clearing from the clearance from the goalkeeper. It's with Jake Lawler inside his own half. He stands on the ball. There's enough just to get our foot onto it to keep it away from Lee Chilton. Now Danny Boschel takes over inside the Guiseley half again, looking to play a good ball forward, and this time it comes from Annie Holdsworth, who finds Ollie Johnson, but he just couldn't take it away from Morley, and in the end it's out for a Leamington throw. 43 minutes gone. And two more goals, both in the same games that we were talking about earlier on. Stalybridge now back in front at Worcester, 2-1 up. Bradford Park Avenue have equalised against Gloucester City, so Stalybridge 2-1 up at Worcester Avenue, 1-1 now, playing down in Cheltenham against Gloucester City. Guiseley have the ball back on the halfway line with Andy Holdsworth playing it up towards Adam Boyes, headed away and controlled well by Leamington's back line. Ball forward up towards Moore. Danny Ellis just holds onto the ball too long. Good tackle comes in from Ellis. Moore goes down claiming the free kick. No real chance of that. Stephen Drench clears, but it was good work from Stephen Moore to dispossess Danny Ellis, who just dawdled on the ball perhaps just for a moment too long. Now Danny Boschel plays the ball forward up towards Andy Holdsworth, takes it down well on this right flank, gets a cross in towards the penalty area, which is overhit again. So the story of the second half of the first half really has been just a lack of a final ball in the final third from both sides. Guiseley just have to watch that one go out of play. Can't be much longer to go in this first half. We'll no doubt see the board up. A couple of championship scores of note. Leeds are trailing 1-0 to Millwall, and Huddersfield are trailing 2-0 at home to Bournemouth. And as you may have just heard, the half-time whistle goes, so at half-time here, Guiseley and the home side Leamington are locked at 0-0, and it's been a good first 45. Well, the first half of the 45 was very entertaining. Good opportunities for both sides, two good saves forced out of both goalkeepers, and Danny Ellis having to clear off the line. Tapered out a little bit into the second half. Very even Steven stuff in the first half. Goalless at the break. What we're going to do is we're going to go off air for about 15 minutes now for the break, but we'll be back for the second half, technology willing, to bring you live commentary of the second period of this game. So join us again in about 15 minutes time.
Today's winner is Mr. Ron Ford. Please see Nick Douglas, who will give you your voucher.
Welcome back to Guiseley AFC Radio for the second half of this game between the Lions and Leamington here at the new windmill. Half-time was scoreless if you're just joining us. Game's just kicked off and Gavin Rothery's now got the ball on towards the edge of the 18-yard box of the Leamington half. Good ball in here from Ollie Johnson to the overlapping Andy Holdsworth, but he's unable to control it. No changes at the break, still the sticking with the 11 that started this game, which was Stephen Drench, Andy Holdsworth, Alex McQuaid, the new signing, Ben Parker, Danny Ellis, Jake Lawler, Ollie Johnson, Danny Boschel, Adam Boyes, Danny Forrest and Gavin Rothery. Guys, he's just having another ball into the penalty area that's taken away from him and into the hands of the goalkeeper, Neil Collett. Leamington with Neil Collett in goal, James Mace, Stephen Morley, Joe Magunda, Stuart Pierpoint, Jamie Tank, Aaron Wint, Jordan Goddard, Stephen Moore, Lee Chilton and Danny Newton. Danny Ellis just getting a firm header in under pressure from Stephen Moore. It's been a heck of a challenge between those two. And at the break, with no changes, Guiseley still need to perhaps consider how they're going to break down this Leamington side, who've had the better of the first half, I would say. Two good chances that were well saved by Stephen Drench, including one that had to be cleared off the line, Danny Ellis. Whilst Guiseley in that first 45 also had a couple of chances themselves. Ollie Johnson and Adam Boyes denied by good saves from Neil Collett in the Leamington goal. Jake Lawler on the halfway line. Guiseley just have possession here. Quaid, square to Danny Boschel. Boschel looks ahead of him. A raking ball out here towards Andy Holdsworth, but just beyond him. And out for a goal kick. If you're just... waiting for scores from the games, we'll be bringing you some of those. There have been a few changes since the break in scorelines at a couple of games. Just wait for them to load up. Goal kick meantime for Leamington. The AFC Fylde and Brackley game is also kicking off late. I think there's been an accident in a nearby motorway. That one's only 9 minutes into the game. McQuaid now with a header on for Guiseley, up towards Danny Forrest. Forrest beaten in the air, but Gavin Rothery takes the second one. Still on the halfway line. Alex McQuaid chips the ball forward. Danny Forrest not able to get on the end of that. It goes out for a goal kick. It's Boston 1, Barrow 0. That's an interesting scoreline. Gainsborough 1, Hensford 0. Gloucester 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1. Harrogate and Tamworth 0-0. Hyde 0, Oxford 1. Solihull Moors 0. Colwyn Bay 0. Now a good ball forward here. Looks to release Adam Boyes, but headed back by Pierpoint to the goalkeeper. Stockport 0, North Ferriby 0. Of course, Stockport, the visitors to Nethermore on Tuesday night. Worcester 1, Stalybridge 2. Chorley 1, Lowestoft 1. And in the late kick-off, Fylde 0, Brackley 0. Guys are now doing a bit of defending because Leamington made their way in the half, but a good clearance downfield. Adam Boyes looking to get onto the end of it, headed away well by Jamie Tank, and in the end it's picked up again. And a good ball forward now for Ollie Johnson, down by the touchline, slips at the crucial moment, can't get the ball across field. And now it's a chance for Jordan Goddard to come away with the ball for Leamington. Block comes in from Danny Ellis, and then Jake Lawler sends it back to Stephen Drench. Ball on the halfway line now, won by Stephen Moore. Moore sprays it out to the left-hand side, where that man Newton, who's caused all sorts of problems to Guiseley in the first half, tries to get past Danny Boschel, but a good tackle comes in on him. And in fact, the last touch is off the Leamington man, so it's a Guiseley throw. Throw comes in from Holdsworth, flicked on by Ollie Johnson, helped forward by Magunda, and eventually Ben Parker steps across to clear, taken down well by Ollie Johnson. A bit of footwork, and then a terrible pass, just gives the ball straight back to a Leamington man. Goddard Now on the ball, gives it back to Morley. Morley, raking pass, finds Wint, who was quickly closed down by McQuaid, but there was just an opening there for Wint, if he could take an advantage of it. Good defending by McQuaid, and then there's a Guiseley man now because Newton went in for the challenge. I think it's Andy Holdsworth, isn't it, who's down? He fell awkwardly, and I think now is going to need a bit of treatment. The Lions just going to look across at the bench for a moment. Of course, we've got Ryan Toulson on the bench today, who would ably fit in at right back if needed. Hopefully that's not the case. Wayne Brooksby's on the bench as well. Of course, we hear that Wayne was suffering a little bit today with illness, so that may be the reason that he's not started this afternoon. So whether he'll make an entry into the field will be an interesting call for the manager. Jack Stockdale, of course, playing that holding defensive midfield role, and Nicky Boschel, who is back for his second spell with the Lions. He could be the man that we would expect to see at some point this afternoon, and hopefully look like he would turn the game in the Lions' favour. But at the break, at the moment, it's still scoreless. And there's the first yellow card of the game, and it's given to Danny Newton for the challenge that left Andy Holdsworth in some pain on the ground, but he's happily back on his feet now, in case that the magic sponge has done wonders. And he'll re-enter the field once Stephen Drench takes this free kick deep inside his own half, sends it long up towards Danny Forrest. Good header away from Tank, and then a swift ball forward that looks to release Stephen Moore. A tackle from Danny Ellis comes across when Lee Chilton had got possession and was in full flight of the ball. And now Gavin Rothery on the ball for Guiseley inside the Leamington half, lays it into the feet of Adam Boys, and a great shot from distance from Boys, just wide of the left upright for the goalkeeper, but a fantastic drive from Boys on the spin, connected with it so well, hard and low, had the goalkeeper beaten but was also wide of the mark. "55 minutes gone. Still scoreless here. Plenty of goals going in around Conference North though at the moment. Danny Forrest clearly having his shirt pulled by James Mace, and the referee steps across to ensure the free kick goes Guiseley's way in this instance. McQuaid now with the free kick. It's just about level with the centre circle on the left-hand side as Guiseley attack the Leamington goal. The Lions have 4 players up on the edge of the D. McQuaid now drifts this one over up towards Jake Lawler, who's got free, gets a rather aimless head on it, can't send it towards the goal, and it's behind for another goal kick. So another score update: Worcester 2, Stalybridge 2 now. That one's turning into quite a high scoring affair. Stalybridge leading 1-0 and then 2-1. Now Worcester have clawed it back again, and North Ferriby United have taken the lead against Stockport County, 1-0 to the Villagers. Of course, Stockport County come to Nethermore on Tuesday night. Clearance now from Stephen Drench after being pressed by Stephen Moore. And then it's returned well, and there's a chance here for Chilton, who's found the ball in the area free, gets it across, plays it across, and it's beaten away, but only as far as Newton. Newton's drive cleared by Ben Parker, and it falls kindly for Ollie Johnson, but his control just lets him down at the crucial moment. That's a real chance out for Leamington. In fact, Chilton should have perhaps considered taking the shot. Instead, he just laid it across the 6-yard box, and that was easier for Guiseley to clear than certainly a shot, which I think would have been the better option for the Leamington man. Lions now making a bit of movement down the right flank. moment is short-lived, and in the end the ball is out for a throw-in to Leamington. Boston United now 2-0 up at home to Barrow. Barrow, of course, hot favourites for the division with their investment that's come into the club and the players they've been signing, but so far it's not working for them against Boston United, whose new stadium has been approved through planning just this week. Now Guiseley are on the ball again inside the Leamington half. Rothery out to Danny Forrest. Forrest takes a shot from distance over the goalkeeper, who seems to be missighted, and the Lions take the lead. Danny Forrest with a super drive from distance, and it's Leamington 0, Guiseley 1.
Opening goal of the game for Guiseley in the 57th minute from Danny Forrest.
I'm not sure quite how much he meant of it. He didn't necessarily connect it perfectly. The ball sort of flew in the air awkwardly, and I think Neil Collett was slightly missighted, and the ball just passed him. I think he thought it was going wide of the post, but the ball passed him and into the back of the net, and Collett is beaten, and Guiseley have the advantage. 1-0 to the Lions. Danny Forrest, the goal scorer. Forrest now on the ball on the touchline, gives it to Gavin Rothery. Rothery sends it forward up towards Boys. Tank opts to knock this one into touch. Guiseley now with a bit of momentum, looking to capitalise. Quaid with the throw. Midway through the Leamington half on the left-hand side. Plays it into Adam Boys. Boys out right here now to Andy Holdsworth. Holdsworth, he's got players in the box if he can get this ball across. Floats it across with the left foot. Tank clears, only as far as Lawler. Lawler lays it back to Boschel. Boschel into the feet of Ollie Johnson. And Jake Lawler out to the right-hand side with Gavin Rothery collects. Rothery into the feet of Holdsworth. Holdsworth gets a cross in. Blocked again, well, this time Pierpoint with the header. And in the end there's a offside decision that goes against the Lions. And a free kick to Leamington, which they'll be mightily relieved of. But after it looked like it was going to be a day when the goalkeepers were on top, a long-range effort from Danny Forrest has given Guiseley the advantage. 1-0 it is, 57 minutes gone when Forrest struck. So we hit the hour mark. Guiseley lead by a goal to 0. The ball inside the Lions half at the moment. It's a throw in to Guiseley. Holdsworth takes, gives it to Boschel, into the feet of Lawler. Lawler with a good touch, takes it out to the left back, McQuaid, making his debut for the club. No time to settle in. As signed this week. It looked good so far, McQuaid. Chips the ball forward, this time not on the same wavelength as Forrest or Boys, but Boys chases it. And it's forced away by Tank for a throw-in. Level with the 18-yard line. 18-yard line on the left-hand side where McQuaid will take this throw. Options ahead of him in Forrest and Rothery. Twisting and turning and looking to get on the end of this. Ball thrown in. Rothery takes it on the edge of the penalty area. Turns, gets the ball across the face of the goal. Almost headed in by Ollie Johnson. Oh, well, it's a bit of an exaggeration there because it was just a bit too high for him to connect with. A chance for Leamington to counter, but since the goal, Guiseley have been pressing and pressing. Leamington haven't really had a sustained period of time in the Guiseley half. They might now though. Chilton has the ball inside the centre circle. He's harried by Adam Boys, lays it back to Morley. Morley sends it long down the left flank, looking for Stephen Moore. Flicked away from him by Danny Ellis and safely into the arms of Stephen Drench. Last 30 minutes will be crucial for Guiseley's start to this season. A good ball now from Forrest, finds Danny Boschel. Good skills here from Ollie Johnson, chases down this front two. With a good tackle in on him from James Mace, takes the ball away at the critical point. And a clearance from Tank sends it into the Guiseley half. Picked up by Ben Parker. And down to Danny Boschel. Boschel lays it back to Stephen Drench. Drench sends it long, looking for Adam Boyd. He flicks it on. And again, Jamie Tank just shepherds that back to Neil Collett. Just super goal there from Danny Forrest. Long range effort. But still, Neil Collett will be disappointed he didn't follow the flight of the ball better as it nestled into the left-hand corner of his net. The clearance from Guiseley now forces Leamington to throw in their own half, but they're now coming forward in a little bit more numbers. Goddard now over the halfway line. Back to Morley. Morley, the captain, retains possession for the breaks, gives it to Tank. Tank lays it forward up towards Wint. Wint with an extravagant back heel. And eventually there's a free kick, a bit of a late challenge here on Guiseley man. I'm not quite sure who was the on the receiving end of that. Might have been McQuaid. Indeed, it's Gavin Rothery who's down. It's just a late coming together between the two players. Rothery's up, bit of a limp. Guys have a free kick in the middle of their own half. So 63 minutes gone. It's Guiseley who lead here at Leamington by 0-0. Stephen Drench takes a free kick deep inside his own half. And in the end, McQuaid is adjudged to have pushed his man. And the free kick's awarded to the home side. Barrow have pulled a goal back against Boston. It's now Boston 2, Barrow 1. Gloucester City now leading Bradford Park Avenue by 2-1 in that other game. And of course the scoreline here just coming through. And that's to say that Guiseley are 1-0 up here at Leamington. So this would be an excellent 3 points were we to hold on to it. This is a convincing Leamington side. They're going to make their first change of the afternoon.
Substitution for Leamington going off, Danny Newton.
Danny Newton is the man who is to be replaced, or rather they've changed their mind. It looked like it was Danny Newton, but the board goes down and it's actually Lee Chilton. And Richard Batchelor is the man who is to enter the fray. And he steps across here and we'll see how he fit into this Leamington side, but the home fans seem very pleased to see him. Quick song from the home fans who are now in that stand behind us, away to our right. And a small but hardy cohort of Guiseley fans are away to our left on the stand that is boldly named the North Bank here, the new windmill. The referee at the moment just having a real conversation between Pierpoint and Morley, and Pierpoint's furious about something, but the referee's had a long conversation with him, taken no further action in any case, and free kick is eventually taken by Leamington keeper. Sends it up towards Stephen Moore. Moore can't control that. Tank gets a header, sends it back into the Guiseley half. The new man, Batchelor, gets a header in on the ball, but Guiseley come away with possession once again. Danny Boschel on the halfway line looking for options ahead of him. Lays it out towards Ollie Johnson. It's blocked. Comes back to Danny Ellis. Ellis chips it forward. Looking for Boys. Cut out. Jake Lawler takes possession again. Gives it to Ollie Johnson. And it's back here with Danny Ellis, who are being closed down a little bit more urgently from Leamington as they go in search of their equaliser, trailing by 0-0 here, the home side. That's a good strike from Danny Forrest, giving Guiseley the lead after 57 minutes, and with 66 minutes gone here, it's the Lions, who currently are in the front in this game, but Leamington are beginning to ask more questions now. Guiseley win possession on the edge of the D. Bit of a claim for a free kick against wind. It's the home fans' claim, but it's back here with Tank. Tank sends it long again up towards the edge of the area. Stephen Trench comes in, tries to claim under pressure from, I think it was the new man Batchelor. Drops the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box, but referee this time does think that's a foul. Not dissimilar to the one that Drench dropped in the first half under the challenge of Newton, and that time the referee didn't think there was any foul there. And Newton, he took a shot at goal that had to be turned past the post by Danny Ellis on the line. Now, in the centre circle, a strong challenge from Danny Boschel, wins the ball back for Guiseley. Guiseley can't keep it in play though. And it's a throw-in. Leamington inside their own half. Now playing with a bit more urgency than they were straight after the goal. The clearance sent down towards Boys. Boys has slipped through the two defenders, but is forced away from goal. Gets it on the edge of the 18-yard box on the left-hand side. Lays it across, tries to give it to Danny Boschel. Boschel takes a drive. Good save from the goalkeeper. Pushes it past the upright, but a good work there from Adam Boys once again. Laid the ball well into the path of Danny Boschel. A good strike from Boschel and a super save again from Neil Collett to deny him. So corner to Guiseley on the right-hand side. They've got 4 or 5 players in on the edge of the 18-yard box. And Ollie Johnson also lurking on the edge of the 6-yard box at the moment, trying to get in the end of this. Holdsworth will take the corner, floats it in up towards the penalty spot. Danny Ellis the only target, but in the end they picked the one man who had 3 defenders around him to try and win this. And Danny Ellis has been unable to keep it in play. And I think it'll be a throw into Leamington, just up from their corner flag. The throw from Leamington eventually falls to McQuaid, but McQuaid's clearance sort of puts the ball straight in the pace of Newton, and out comes Stephen Drench, way away from his line, to clear from Stephen Moore, who was, if he'd been able to get on the end of it, would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Drench taking a leaf out of Manuel Neuer's book, swiftly off his line, and clears the ball out. Now Guiseley nod the ball on with McQuaid. The ball bobbles up in the air, and Adam Boys has no idea where it is. It sort of bounces off his back, and eventually Leamington can clear, but Leamington still under pressure here with Jake Lawler pressing down, and Adam Boys trying to win the ball back. Danny Forrest clearly tugging at the shirt of James Mace, the fullback, and the referee rightly gives a free kick. Picked up now by Goddard, and then Pierpoint sends it upfield, but doesn't really get a good connection on it. It's out into touch for a throw-in. So if you're just joining us, it is still 1-0 to the Lions. It is Danny Forrest goal on 57 minutes that separates the two sides. Leamington have made a change and have looked a little bit more threatening in the last few minutes. Morley now playing a long throw down up towards Stephen Moore. Good tackle comes in now from Danny Ellis, and eventually Guiseley are at 6s and 7s on the edge of the 18-yard box and have to put the ball out into touch.
Touches are not there yet.
It will be a throw-in for Leamington as they begin to press forward again, about level with the 18-yard box on the right-hand side. For Mace to go for, but he has a good long throw on him. Gets the ball to the edge of the 18-yard box. Eventually Guiseley clear. But again, Leamington will come at the Lions because they'll have a throw inside their own half. Referee's not happy from where he's taking the ball as he played it back to the goalkeeper. To the last 20 minutes or so of this game. And there's a throw here, which James Mace will take. frustrated by that delay and getting the ball back moving and in play on the home side. Referee particular about where to take it. Overhead clearance comes from McQuaid on the substitute Batchelor. And now Batchelor gets the cross blocked. And now there's a throw in here to the Lions. In case we do go off before the end of play, we've got a certain amount of data available today. We'll of course be keeping you up to date with the scores on Twitter at the moment. Hope we'll be able to go the whole distance for the commentary, but at the moment still 1-0 to Guiseley, and Leamington now have a throw-in just up from the corner flag, or indeed they've just earned a corner actually. It was a little bit miscited where we sat. Going to have a corner on the right hand side, and they've got 4 or 5 players lurking on the edge of the 6-yard box. The penalty spot to aim for. This one goes in low. Gavin Rothery gets the block in. Picked up again now by Goddard. Goddard takes on Rothery. He's got Mason an overlapping run. Goddard up to Rothery blocks it. Have to say it did look like his arms were involved, but the referee takes no interest in that. Pierpoint is protesting, as are the whole of the home crowd. But the cross was very close to Gavin Rothery, but I think it pretty much looked like it struck him on the arms, and Guiseley perhaps have got away with that. But, the home fans are unhappy about it, and so are the home players, but the game continues. No penalty has been awarded. Now it's the ball with McQuaid, and he plays it down this left hand side, looks to release Adam Boys in a one-on-one chase for the ball with Tank. Tank makes a rather awkward clearance, and I think Guiseley now have earned themselves a corner, and taking the time to come upfield to take this. There's an ironic chant of "you've only got 2 keepers" from the home side, who were obviously unhappy at the fact that the referee wasn't keen to give the penalty against Gavin Rothery. But it has to be said, it was a pretty big shout. That the cross came in, the arms were up, and it certainly hit the arms. No penalty has been given. The corner comes in, looks for Danny Ellis at the back post, who attempted a volley. We've seen him score them like that actually before at Bradford Park Avenue last season. He's more used to heading the ball in the net than volleying on the spin. The ball's gone out for a Leamington throw. Flicked on and away by Batchelor. Guiseley clear with Danny Ellis high in the air. Kevin Rothery's down at the moment after a collision, but he's back on his feet. It's on now by Jake Lawler under pressure from Batchelor, the substitute. Now a free kick's been given against something that Jake Lawler's done. Not quite sure, but the home fans thought they should have let play go on. 14 minutes to go, and there's going to be another substitute here for the home side.
Substitution for Leamington. Going off, Aaron Wint.
Who will be replaced by Lee Moore. So Aaron Wint is coming on, and the other substitute, Richard Batchelor, comes across to take some instructions. And Leamington look to get themselves back on level terms in the late stages of this game. Danny Forrest's goal on 57 minutes, the only goal that separates these two sides. A long range shot that missighted the goalkeeper Neil Collett, nestled in the back of the net. Forrest now fouled as he battles for the ball with James Mace, the fullback. Home fans now feeling pretty aggrieved. There was a very big shout a few minutes ago when Gavin Rothery appeared to block a cross with his arms, but the referee there didn't decide at that instance, and that was a penalty, and so the home fans are feeling a bit aggrieved, as are the home players. nothing's been given, and now Stephen Drench with the free kick on the edge of the 18-yard box sends this one long up towards Danny Forrest. It's cut out beforehand and picked up by Adam Boyes, who positioned himself well to collect the loose ball. Forrest on the touchline on the left-hand side. Infield here to Jake Lawler. Lawler out to the full-back, Andy Holdsworth. He plays a long ball into the area up towards Lawler, but it's beyond him. It's an interesting idea because Lawler had made his way into the penalty area. The goalkeeper this time first to the ball. And then Collett launches it long. Headed away this time by Holdsworth. Now finds Ollie Johnson. Ollie Johnson has a run with this ball, goes forward. Appears to be tripped. Gets a free kick. Not much disagreement about that. Out there on the right-hand side. Just a few yards ahead of the centre circle towards the touchline. Guys, they have a chance now to play the ball into the area. Just take the sting out of the game for a moment or two. Andy Holdsworth in no hurry to take this one. Just 13 minutes or so to go of this game. Guys, he's looking to get a second now, perhaps to give them some breathing space in this game. Andy Holdsworth with the free kick, 4 to aim for on the edge of the 18-yard box. Doesn't get there, and it's cut out and cleared. Gavin Rothery goes for the header, launches it up in the air, picked up again by Rothery on the edge of the centre circle. Out now to Ollie Johnson, controls it on the right flank. No options ahead of him, so goes back to Jake Lawler. And the ball threaded through to Gavin Rothery, tried to flick it on somewhat extravagantly, and it's collected by the goalkeeper. What are the scores in the Vanarama Conference North? To add to the ones we brought you earlier. Of course, one of note is this 2-1 lead for Boston against Barrow. Big game in the early stages of the season there. Of course, Bradford Park Avenue also trailing 2-1 at Gloucester City. And on Tuesday, Stockport County were the team that we welcome to Nethermore for our first home game of the season. They're currently trailing by a goal to nil at home to North Ferriby. A long ball now forward from Leamington, punched away by Stephen Drench on the edge of the 18-yard box. Playing a real sweeper role in this game this afternoon. Coming off his line with great conviction, frequently, as these long balls are played over. Leamington now have a throw with Mace. Mace, who has a long throw on him. Not sure he's going to try anything unusual here, though. Plays it square. Gets the ball back and then plays it into the area looking for Newton. Newton tries a cross, deflects off Danny Ellis, but still guys who retain possession. McQuaid hoofs it upfield, not a single white-shirted player able to get towards it. Adam Boyes eventually gets into the Leamington half, still fresh, still full of energy, trying to close down Pierpoint. Pierpoint gives it to Tank. Tank launches one forward up towards Stephen Moore, and in the end it's headed back to Stephen Drench. And Danny Boschel just urging Guiseley to push up a bit, not to settle too deep in these final stages of this game. Guiseley leading still by a goal to nil, but Leamington certainly pose a big threat in this game. Morley plays it up field, and McQuaid can't get past Bachelor. Linesman on this far side has picked a free kick out of, well, I have to say, not very much there really. And for some reason Leamington have a free kick. And this time it's a chance for the captain Morley to float this one in. There's plenty of gold shirts on the edge of the 18-yard box as Guiseley look to mount a rearguard action to clear the ball away. Good header from Danny Ellis, does so on this occasion. Heads it straight to Mark Bauer on the touchline there. On the halfway line, drops it to the ground, so Jordan Goddard has to bend over and collect. Stephen Morley takes the throw down the left flank. Danny Ellis comes across and clears, only as far as Morley, who takes it down well, controls it well, sends it long. Ellis again with the header. Morley again. This time it's gone out of touch, so Morley takes a throw, rather, and launching it forward again with his foot. And Guiseley now completely encamped in their own half as Leamington look to just press their current advantage in possession. Stephen Drench fumbles the ball from the long one forward. Nonchalantly collects it at the second attempt, but I think that rather hid his embarrassment rather than anything else. Now Danny Forrest has the ball for Guiseley on the halfway line. Adam Boyes lays it back to McQuaid. Guiseley just need to enjoy holding on to this ball, but being closed down with good effect. Ben Parker not very convincing with the ball to McQuaid. And then for some reason free kick's been given back in left back position. If there was a free kick, Adam Boyes had the ball down the left hand flank, so it's an unusual decision for the referee to give, but he has. Stephen Drench comes across. Adam Boyes has certainly taken his time with the ball as he gives it back to McQuaid. And Ben Parker asks a long and lengthy question about exactly where should the ball be sighted. We are entering the last 7 minutes of this game. Park Avenue and Gloucester City have had a couple of goals apiece in that, so it's now 3-2 to Gloucester. Free kick comes in now from Stephen Drench, and a rather awkward header from Pierpoint sends it behind, actually for a Guiseley corner, which will be warmly received. No other goals have gone in, but still Gloucester City 3, Bradford Park Avenue 2 in that game in Cheltenham. Gloucester City, of course, another team looking at new ground developments and hoping to get their their ground resited back in their home city. After that takes a step closer. Now Guiseley have this corner. They've got players forward as they attack for this one. It's up towards Danny Ellis. Danny Ellis and Mace can't get clear of each other. Ellis is now in left midfield. Lays it back here to Danny Forrest. Forrest takes a run at it, but then loses the ball very easily. And a chance here for the substitute Lee Moore to play it out here to Newton. Newton plays a good ball forward, looking to release Stephen Moore. Stephen Drench had to be off his line again, taking positions at the edge of the 18-yard box just to intercept anything that might go through. And Drench plays a long one forward, this time watched by Pierpoint and allowed to go back to the goalkeeper, Neil Collett. It's still 1-0 to the Lions if you're just joining us. Guiseley leading thanks to a Danny Forrest goal on 57 minutes. A long range effort. Sort of missighted the goalkeeper Collett. Went into the right hand corner of the net. And it's the only goal that separates the two sides. A couple of other big moments in this game, including a big penalty shout. Now a ball that comes dragged across the face of the goal as well there by Newton. And goes all the way out. And Guiseley will finally make a change, and I've been waiting for this for some time. And it looks like it's going to be Ollie Johnson who'll come off, and Nicky Boschel presumably is the man to take his place.
Substitution for Guiseley, going off Ollie Johnson, coming on Nicky Boschel.
So with 5 minutes to go, Nicky Boschel returns. In competitive action for Guiseley. Just hope he can make the same impact he was making before he left the club and ended up at Bradford Park Avenue. Boschel with his first header. Gives it to Adam Boyes. Now it's down here with Forrest. Forrest sends it down the left hand side. Tank lets it go all the way back to Collett. And no doubt Leamington look to mount another attack here into these final few moments. The ball goes up. It's tackled well here by Leamington. They pick up the ball now with Batchelor. Batchelor gives it to Mace. Mace gets the ball into the area. Tackled, or intercepted rather, by Danny Ellis. Up to the halfway line, another throw to Leamington. Everybody bar 3 Leamington players in the Guiseley half. Pierpoint closed down by Boschel, so that's just holds him up for a second, gives it to Tank. Tank produces another raking cross-field ball, finds Newton. His pass over the head is intercepted, and Adam Boyes plays a long one up towards Nicky Boschel. Goes beyond him, and out for a throw-in to Leamington inside their half. And eventually Leamington send it long up towards Newton. Now the ball is picked up here by Batchelor, and Leamington press into these last few moments. Batchelor sends a rather wayward ball straight into McQuaid. The clearance isn't held up by Nicky Boschel, and that's a job he really needs to do now in these final few minutes, is just to give this Lions defence a bit of a breathing space against this Leamington side that's pressing and looking for an equaliser. And now ball into the feet of Magunda is intercepted by Danny Boschel. Nicky Boschel with a loose pass doesn't find Gavin Rothery. Goddard intercepts. Guys who now need to just try and have a few moments with the ball outside of their own half, because Leamington at the moment are pressing, and you feel there's a certain sense that they may grab this equaliser late on in this game. Jake Lawler gets a clearance in, still deep in their own half. Danny Forrest now up towards Gavin Rothery on the halfway line, right out on the touchline. Rothery runs, 3 players around him. Rothery invites the tackle and gets the throw. And that just gives a little bit of respite here. Just a minute to go by my reckoning. Still 1-0 to Guiseley. Danny Forrest's goal, the only one that separates the two sides. Plenty of chances for both sides, and a big shout for a penalty for Leamington as well, but Gavin Rothery now has the ball for Guiseley, and it's out here to Nicky Boschel, but he's got himself offside. And that offside flag means that Guiseley will now have to resume positions in their own half, and Leamington send everyone forward as they know they're facing sort of last chance saloon to get this equaliser. Collett now with the free kick, sends it up in the air. Danny Ellis underneath it, but before it gets towards him, Newton heads it powerfully out to the flanks, but nobody there is the target, and so it's out for a throw-in. Throw is taken by McQuaid, flicked on by Danny Forrest, now picked up here by Nicky Boschel. He can have a run, but he's well tackled by Pierpoint. McQuaid goes up for the header with Batchelor, and McQuaid goes down. Free kick is given, and in the end guys will again be able to use up a few more valuable seconds as we come towards the end of this game. Still the Lions leading by a goal to 0. It's only half time in the game between Fylde and Brackley, but Fylde are leading Brackley by a goal to 0, and Avenue have equalised against Gloucester. It's 3-3 in that game in the final stages. Gloucester 3, Avenue 3. Here is still 1-0 to the Lions. A long ball forward this time up towards Nicky Boschel from the free kick of Stephen Drench. It's picked out by Morley. Now they come forward to Leamington. A long one forward. Danny Ellis watches the flight of the ball well, heads it clear. Flicked on by Goddard, picked out by Danny Boschel. Now Gavin Rothery sends it long, looking to release Adam Boyes just ahead of him, straight into the hands of Neil Collett. Just waiting to see what added time will be here, as Guiseley again defend. Danny Forrest under pressure from Mace, and Mace thinks the ball bounced off Forrest, but the linesman indicates it's actually Guiseley throw inside their own half. And the final few moments of this game. Good throw, finds Adam Boyes. Boyes threads the ball through towards Boschel. He was offside anyway. He fell down before he could collect the ball or control the ball. And now here they come again to Leamington. Morley with a long one forward. Good clearance again from Danny Ellis. Only up as far as Pierpoint. This time another long one forward. Not controlled. Jake Lawler collects, gives it to McQuaid. McQuaid sends it down that left flank, and Adam Boyes will just trundle forward, just make sure that
Push him up, come on,
There's some degree of pressure in these final moments. Still goal to nil to Guiseley. Be excellent to get the maximum 3 points here. This has been a very tough fought game between these two sides. Chances for both about even, but Guiseley have got the only goal that counts at the moment. Mace heads it forward, headed away by Ben Parker. Adam Boys goes to ground and claims a free kick, but there's none in it. Jamie Tank went through to win the header fair and square. The ball goes forward now, picked out by Newton. Newton's cross is poor, and the delivery again disappointing from Leamington's perspective as they look to break down Guiseley in these final moments here, but it's still with the breaks. Got the ball in their own half and want to come forward once again. Ball back with Collett, and the defenders trying to pick out an attack. Being closed down here well by Gavin Northery, showing great energy, but Morley does well to shake off his challenge and then plays it long and forward. And in the end it isn't controlled by Newton, it goes beyond him, and it's a Guiseley throw inside their half with in left back position. A throw that I don't think will be hurried, certainly not being any hurry to take. The home fans no doubt frustrated. The ball won by May, sent forward again. Now here's a chance for Leamington, right on the edge of the area. Lee Moore gets a bit of space, gets a drive away, just past the upright. Stephen Drench watched it. A good bit of invention from the substitute though. Took the ball down well on the edge of the 18-yard box. Drove it with the left foot, just wide the upright. And a goal kick there. Clearly into stoppage time now, and just waiting to see just how much more time will be added onto this game. Moore now with the ball. Lee Moore, that is, the substitute. As Nicky Boschel in close attendance, plays it square here to Goddard. Goddard floats a good ball in towards the back post, headed away by McQuaid. Again the pressure still on from Leamington, picked up now by Newton. Newton square to Goddard. Guiseley have every man in the final their own final third now here. Boschel goes to close down. Guiseley have no outlet at the moment if they do get the ball. Fortunately it's a poor header from Tank. Nicky Boschel sends it up to the halfway line, but it'll just come back at us as Pierpoint controls, and then a long ball comes in, raking up towards Mace on the overlap from right back, headed away by Danny Forrest. Another throw this time for Leamington, just inside the Guiseley half. They're putting everything they have into this game to get back on level terms. A long throw comes in from Tank, headed away, and finally the final whistle goes. Excellent performance in the end from the Lions. It was a very tough place to come and get anything, but 3 points is the end result. A goal from Danny Forrest on 57 minutes, the difference. A long-range effort that had Neil Collett missighted. It's finished here. Leamington 0, Guiseley 1. With that, we'll see you again next time, Tuesday night at home for the game against Stockport. Cheers for listening.